Well, good morning. My name is Gonzalez. I'm a chair of the Cuban Infrastructure Committee, and I want to welcome all you to this year's Cuban Infrastructure Challenge. This is the third year that we're doing this event, and the level of participation increases every year. And I think the level of complexity and interesting topics is really part of the challenge. About the Cuban Infrastructure Committee, we have an organization, as Jose mentioned, formed by two main associations, the Association of Cuban Engineers and also the Cuban American Association of Civil Engineers. Those are the top tiers of the organizational chart. We also have the Association of the Study for the Cuban Economy, and that's a very interesting association because all these projects are going to be presented in that forum, and I believe it's in the month of July, where once again these teams are going to be competing, and they're going to be rewarded with the winning award. The Cuban Infrastructure Committee, it was formed to foster that Cuban Infrastructure Challenge. I joined the committee back in August. I think Roger and it's been a very intense working with the rest of the members of the committee. But at the end of the day, what I see here is the main reward is when you realize that it was worth it. As part of the organizational chart, you see that we also indicated some core groups. These are groups that we are looking for volunteers, and Roger is going to expand on the intent of those groups so that we can continue to foment ideas and projects along those topic lines. Now, what is the mission of the Cuban Infrastructure Committee? Well, obviously, it's to promote a high level of engineering. And when you see that high level starting with college students, I mean, you can tell that this is only starting at this point. And what you're going to hear today is going to be improving in the level of intensity and engineering knowledge on a practical basis. So I think it's a great mission. The intent is to apply those engineering knowledge to the future of the infrastructure in Cuba, which we know, is very much needed of that type of solutions for the ongoing problems. And more than this mission is the objectives that we have as a committee. And we kind of outline our main 4 objectives here. Obviously, foster the engineering and science education through this type of participation, this type of forum. Create subcommittees, as we mentioned, and Roger Porto is going to expand on it, on the different types of core groups for the different categories. And create this collaboration. I mean, right now we have 2 major universities presenting, but even on one university you have 5 different teams. The idea is to exchange ideas between those teams, so that we can learn from each other. At the end of the day, most of you is going to be working along the same topic lines in your professional lives, and it's all about creating a teamwork that fosters collaboration. And at the end of the day, it is what do we do with those ideas? What do we do with those projects? So I think the intent is to get them approved, to present it on higher organizations, and ultimately being implemented, so that we can bring real solutions to the problems that we have in Cuban infrastructure. How do we go about the strategies or how on the implementation of those objectives? And that is something that Mr. Porto is going to touch with all of you right now.